Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Okay, let's get into some of our start bench for week 4. One starter that we have for you at quarterback is going to be Donovan McNabb. I like him this week going to the Eagles. This team is set up to throw the football quite a bit. Clinton Portis continues to have injury problems, and they just don't have much proven depth behind him at all. Matt Schaub, I would have you consider benching him this week. Andre Johnson has continued problems with that ankle. That's not going to change until they put him down for a week or two. And if not, he's just going to continue to re-aggravate that thing. And this game is probably a better one for Arian Foster, as they can dictate more on the ground against the Raiders. And the Raiders don't have the greatest of offense to keep putting points back and forth with the Texans. So I don't think Schaub's going to have a huge day in this one. As far as a starter for running backs, you might consider LaDainian Tomlinson. He continues to look good. He got a touchdown last week. This week they're playing the Bills, and the Patriots, I believe, ran for over 200 yards against them. Hey, if Benjorvius Green-Ellis can run for around 100 yards, and then I think that LaDainian Tomlinson can as well, as he's taken over as the main runner in the Jets offense. Bench, I would definitely consider benching Ray Rice this week. They play at the Steelers. He may not even play this week with a knee injury, but the bottom line is right now, not 100 yards rushing in a game, I believe no touchdowns yet in a game for him, and so he's been a disappointment to this point. So with health and the team he's playing against, I'd put him down if you can. Receivers, Austin Collie, he's an obvious start. I just wanted to put him in this week's column for starters, mainly just so that you know that this guy is really more of a top 20 fantasy receiver now, especially with Pierre Garçon having ailments, and he really wasn't showing up early in this season. That's one thing I knocked him for last year, and it hasn't changed. He's very inconsistent. And then Anthony Gonzalez gets a high ankle sprain, so now Collie, all of a sudden, I know there were certain fantasy analysts out there, even myself, that thought, well, this guy's going to maybe be the 5th option or the 4th option in this passing game, but now he's definitely the 3rd, and you can make the argument maybe he's, in some weeks so far, he's been the 1st. So he's definitely a guy you want to start every week. Benched, obviously, we talked about Michael Crabtree. I'm going to talk about him again. You know, this guy right now, he definitely needs to be on your bench. This week is a week, actually, he should, on paper, be able to take advantage of something because he is playing against the Falcons. So, hey, if you're desperate, he could be worth a roll of the dice. You never know. But, hey, they've had to fire their offensive coordinator. They've been horrible on offense, and who knows when that's going to change. For tight ends, we've got Tony Gonzalez against the Niners. You woke up last week. Keep him rolling against a team that has much to prove. Todd Heap, I'd keep him down against the Steelers. And you can see the rest of them here yourself as far as defenses and kickers go. But that is our Week 4 start bench for our audio podcast.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy football with your free subscription.